Hello friends, welcome to The Point. In this session, let's discuss about the annual democracy report. So the fifth annual democracy report, which is titled as Autocratization, it goes viral and it has been released by the Sweden's organization, that is Varieties of Democracy Institute. So the report summarizes the state of democracies of the world against the backdrop of developments that have taken place over the past decade. Let's see the highlight of the annual democracy report. Highlights of the report regarding India. So India's position, it has been downgraded from the world's largest democracy to an electoral autocracy. And the reasons behind the downgrade is that muzzling of the media and the overuse of defamation and sedition laws. So in censorship, India is now as autocratic as is Pakistan, and it is worse than both its neighbors Bangladesh and Nepal. So the use of defamation, that is frequently used to silence journalists, and the use of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act UAPA, with Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, it have placed constraints on the civil society and it had gone against the constitution's commitment to secularism. And universities and authorities, they have also punished students and activists in universities engaging in protest against the Citizenship Amendment Act. So, however, the report notes that civil society is being increasingly muzzled, while the organization that aligned with the Hindutva movement, it have gained freedom. So, the top 10 autocratizing countries from year 2010 to 2020 are Poland, Hungary, Turkey, Brazil, Serbia, Benin, India, Mauritius, Bolivia and Thailand. So the classification of this regime type, it is not only based on the LDI score but also the Electoral Democracy Index, as well as the extent to which elections overall have been free and fair. Freedom at global level. The liberal democracies, they have diminished over the past decade from 41 countries to 32 countries. And the global decline during the past 10 years is steep, and the countries in 2020, especially in Asia Pacific region, Central Asia, Eastern Europe and Latin America. So the level of democracy enjoyed by the average global citizen in 2020 is down to levels last found around 1990. So the autocracies, it remains the most popular regime type, and along with the closed autocracies, numbers 87 states, which is home to 68% of the world's population, and several G20 nations such as Brazil, India, Turkey and the United States of America are part of this drift. And finally, the number of democratizing countries, it has dropped by almost half to 16, hosting a mere 4% of the global population. But why should India be worried? So the report comes with a week of US watchdog Freedom House downgrading India's status to partly free in its Freedom in World report. So in the March last year, Reports Without Borders, it placed India alongside China, Russia, Iran and Saudi Arabia in a list of press freedom's worst digital predators. So the US government's religious freedom Monitor, it recommended that the country state department should include India in the list of countries of special concern. And again in April, India was ranked 142nd out of 180 countries in Reports Without Borders Press Freedom Index, sliding 2 ranks down. And the country also fell 26 places to the rank of 105 among 162 countries and the territories on a Global Economic Freedom Index, which is released by the Fraser Institute in Canada in September 2020. So, finally, in December 2020, India was ranked 111th out of 162 countries in the Cato Institute's Human Freedom Index 2020. So India's slides in this reports only mirrors its declines in indices, which is compiled by independent bodies which monitor democratic freedoms over the past few years. For prelims, there may be a question about annual democracy report and what is the reason for the position of India to be downgraded from the world's largest democracy to an electoral autocracy, and freedom in the world report and press freedom index of reports without borders and global there might also be a question about global economic freedom index and so on, and what is the India's performance in all this reports. So that's all for today. See you in the next session. Thank you.